Hey, you guys, let's get into your reading. Divine, what energies does Pisces have incoming? Okay, first card out is definitely positive movement forward. Mm. Divine, can you give me more information, please? Definitely giving an Eight of Wands type of energy. Okay. So we have patience and planning. So here's what I feel like. I feel like there is a physical energy. This is a person, you know. I do feel like there is a person wanting to approach you, but I feel like in this time this is an individual who knows that they have to be careful. They know that they have to be very careful when it comes to approaching you, because something about you doesn't feel the same. Like somebody knows that a lot about you, you know, has changed. This could also be something that you've been mentioning on your social media platforms. If you don't have a social media platform, I don't mean you. You could be hearing, you know, about, you know, somebody wanting to, you know, come towards you, wanting to discuss, you know, some things with you. And then some of you all, may be feeling it, you know, without, you know, someone else telling you. You can feel, you know, this energy of, I feel something coming towards me, like something's about to happen, you know, type of energy. So I do feel like with whoever this is, this could be, you know, previous energy, because it feels familiar. I will say that it feels like this would be a familiar energy to you. So someone of meaning, you know, previously, whether this person has meaning in your life now or not, there was somebody you felt a great deal for. Yeah, three. Yeah, that's so funny. Three of Cups came out. Foundation and achievements, as well as eight, which is like the Eight of Cups. So emotional withhold. So I do feel like these were individuals who were very important to you. I feel like you celebrated a lot of good times. There's a very reminiscent type of energy that's happening right now, giving Six of Cups vibes as well. Yeah. And then we have the heart chakra. Yeah. So something here is definitely very meaningful. This was a very strong bond here. Divine, what else is here? And then we have the moon, so 18 shadow. So I do feel like this is something very hidden. This is somebody is keeping something very close to their heart, keeping it very, you know, very close to themselves. Like they're not saying anything, because whoever this is, they know that they have to be very careful. I'm seeing 879 as a chronological synchronicity, or 987. Yeah, yeah, somebody also knows that they there's some other changes that they possibly need to make when it comes to you as well. But once again, whoever this individual is, they're very careful. They're very careful now, especially concerning this. Divine, tell me about the moon here. What's the shadow here? Ah, it literally is the shadow, so the devil. Yeah, I do feel like there was a karmic type of energy that was tied to this, you know. I feel like in this matter, there's something that somebody knows that they need to resist. Somebody could be also, you know, planning to come in on some sexual, you know, type of behavior. Not even gonna hold you, especially with temptation being here, being the devil. You know, there was, you know, possibly some code there. Somebody was reliant on what you gave them, you know, in a way, in whatever shape, form, or fashion that may be. But somebody was reliant on what you gave them, how you presented yourself to them, how you showed up in their lives here. You know, I also feel like somebody's emotion is also getting the best of them at this time here as well. Yeah, somebody's stuck in a very reminiscent, very nostalgic, type of energy, wanting something to return to them, a feeling, that they once had. Because every time somebody thinks about some form of emotion, they consider you, is also what I'm hearing. Divine, tell me more about this devil type of energy with the moon here. Yeah. We have the waiting game. So somebody's not, approaching you anytime soon, which I feel for you is perfectly fine. We have, accelerated motion here at the bottom of the deck. I feel like you keep it pushing. I do feel like you keep it moving. Like somebody else could be, sitting by, the funny thing is waiting on you to return to them as well. Like somebody feels like you should possibly be approaching them and them not you. This is very interesting. I feel like this is very arrogant. Somebody thinks that they're larger than the program when once again they're not even on the program. And I feel like somebody is stuck in their own ideology and their own way of thinking about a particular situation without even including anybody else in it. And you are the main party. Yeah, but somebody could be in an energy where they're waiting on you to come back to them. This is a very manipulative type of game. Divine, tell me a little bit more. Yeah, 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 yeah. So there, there was a fumble. There was a lot that came out. I'm asked for a more direct message, but it just seems like somebody here is very stuck in their ways. The Emperor was one of those cards, and then Firm Foundation was one of those cards as well as the Sacral Chakra. So I do feel like you have very firm boundaries on you not giving that type of energy to somebody. You could have made it very clear that you don't want to have intercourse with someone again, and somebody feels like that they're waiting on you to return for that very reason here as well. You could have made an agreement no matter how good it is. No matter how good it is, you've been withholding that type of energy. Like you're in a way abstaining. Like, yeah, you're abstaining here. Yeah, very firm on those foundations. Divine, tell me more. What's the waiting game here? Yeah, we have the world that came out here as well. So the world, so very firm on, sticking to what you said has come to an end. I feel like this is somebody who also possibly even watches you from a distance. I don't feel like this person, I do feel like it's a no contact, type of situation. But somebody here is still in an energy of longing because I feel like somebody realized they fumbled. Tell me more, Divine. The world here? Okay, yeah. Somebody's definitely watching you from a distance. We have disruption as well as deception and envy. Somebody's definitely watching you from a distance. And I also feel like somebody is surprised in a way that you haven't come back to them as well. Somebody's surprised to see that you're doing just fine as well. Whether if they, view your social media from ghost accounts and all of those things, somebody definitely is, secretly still holding some form of possibly even animosity towards the situation here as well. But I also feel like, somebody in some way, wants to disrupt your peace without even being around. It feels very passive aggressive as well. Yeah. Divine final messages concerning this energy. Okay, that's one of them, huh? Yeah. We have strength here being power. And Divine, tell me more about this energy here. Yeah, we have the Hierophant, so wisdom. So you're very firm on what it is that you have going on. I also feel like you are divinely protected because this feels like some sort of divine intervention here as well. Something arriving to you right in the nick of time. Yeah, I do feel like you have a very grounded energy here as well. Your beliefs are solid because you feel like this is more than just physical for you. This is also spiritual. I feel like you've discovered and learned a lot about yourself here as well. And then we have spiritual strength. So for you, this definitely is some sort of spiritual connection. I feel like in a way you were always a believer, but I feel like somebody came in your life and disrupted that form of belief that you had. And it's not that you stopped believing, you just stopped reaching out, you know? I feel like you still possess spiritual capabilities, but you weren't living that life to its fullest. In essence, you weren't being who you truly were or truly are in some form of relationship. And I feel like without this relationship now, you have developed spiritually, you have grown spiritually here as well. I feel like if it's not about your betterment, if it's not about your growth, if it does not edify, uplift, or encourage, you are not being involved with it here at this moment, and no one is the exception to the rule. No one. Divine, last few messages here. Yeah, we have destiny as well as transformation, which is also death. Yeah, like you are on a path that is very purposed for you at this time. I don't feel like there is anything that you are reliant and believing on other than yourself, your faith, and all of those things. You're using discernment at this time, but you are definitely focused. You are concerned with, with your destiny, which is the wheel of fortune here as well. Like you are motivated to see something to the end now, and nothing can disrupt this. This is why somebody knows that they have to come to you in a particular type of way, because I feel like also there is another type of individual who is actually dealing with their demons, who's dealing with their shadows. I do feel like for each other, you definitely were karma to each other. Some people had to awaken and learn lessons, while some people had to just transform and grow, develop what you already had. And I feel like that's what this other person was here for, to trigger, some sense of an awakening in you here as well. I feel like you both were each other's karma. Yes, absolutely. Ain't it funny how life goes around? Like the same people you meet going up, you see them coming down. It's very interesting the way, tables can change and turn. And it's also amazing, how people who have hurt you before, can feel for you and want to desire to reach out to you and get in contact with you again and see how things are going. Like it's funny how it all happens. Maybe you're interested, in that type of energy. Maybe that's something you've been seeking clarity and insight. Maybe you've been feeling like you also want to go back to somebody else, and that's perfectly fine as well. But check out our sponsor, Psychic Source, to help you get that situation sorted out. Maybe you need to take a deeper dive into yourself and see what's going on with you before you get involved with anybody else. Click the link down below in the description box. Use my unique code, JMarion, and if you're a new member, you can get up to 40 minutes of clarity and insight for only 19.80. So that's plenty of time for you to sort out all the information and the questions you want to know concerning this situation, which is, these people, or anything else you need. You get to choose the advisor, and if you're not satisfied with your interaction with Psychic Source, you get your money back. So it's risk free for you, and you don't have to worry about a thing after that because you'll get exactly what you need. Details down below in the description box. And now, on to your reading. Divine, what's going on here? What's the direct message here? Okay, so we have the Three of Pentacles. And Divine, concerning this Three of Pentacles, is there a third party here? And we have the Hermit. So definitely we'll say that this is somebody who is hidden away. Possibly somebody who even sticks to themselves here as well. We even have the strength here at the bottom of the deck, yeah. So I do feel like this is somebody, who has some firm boundaries here. And this individual, this hermit could definitely be you here. Divine, tell me more about this hermit. Thank you. We have the page of pentacles, so I will say that this is somebody outside of you, somebody who is a lone ranger. This is one soul individual. This is somebody who definitely wants to reach out to you, because I feel like somebody is living in a form of nostalgia. This hermit is giving me somebody who is really reflecting, possibly on themselves, the things that they've done. Divine, can you tell me more other than this page of pentacles, this hermit? So King of Swords as well as the Queen of Wands. So this definitely is somebody that you were involved with. For some of you all, you were involved with this individual intimately. I do feel like this is the direct individual you could possibly be abstaining from. I don't, and it's not just about that, but I feel like that's the thing that's making this a very strong, connection here. There is most certainly somebody here you've been involved with. Knight of Swords here as well. Excuse me. Divine, tell me more about this Queen of Wands, King of Swords type of energy. Definitely we're involved with this individual. I'm even seeing something about the way you looked into each other's eyes. We have the Hangman here. Somebody is stuck. This is definitely an individual who is thinking about you. And I also feel like this is somebody who definitely wants to get involved with you again. Divine Page of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Swords. This is most certainly somebody who is wanting to get back in contact with you. Queen of Swords, your energy. Very strong on your boundaries, very strong on what you said. Wheel of Fortune, at the bottom of the deck. I feel like you are focused on your purpose, but I also feel like somebody is wanting to take another chance with you, take a chance at you. Deeper meaning here as well. Divine, tell me about this Queen of Swords here. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles as well as the Fool. You're focused. Yeah, you're definitely focused. Like you're not concerned about previous energies. You're working towards your future. Eight of Pentacles, the Fool. Yeah, you're working towards your dreams, your goals. I feel like you are very strongly ambitious about something you're getting ready to start here as well. Divine, why is this individual stuck with the Hangman? Mm. We have the Empress. Yeah. hmm I feel like somebody here doesn't want to accept the fact that things have come to an end, which is why they're stuck. I also feel like this is somebody who is really stuck on some belief that you will return to them. You're not. Like this person is going to be stuck in an energy of consistently waiting. Divine, what else is here? Yeah, we have the Ten of Swords. You're not returning to this. Like you in your energy, you've had enough. Ten of Swords, absolutely not. Divine, tell me, Ten of Swords, please. Yeah, we have the Tower. Like this is over. I feel like there's no coming back from this. High Priestess, you're very focused. I feel like you know the truth. Like something it definitely is telling you, do not return to this energy. Like don't return to it at all. Some of you all have been wondering, like if you recently asked for confirmation if something is over and you're not to return to it, this is your confirmation. Divine, what else? Ten of Swords and the Tower. Yeah, Three of Swords. Like, no. Absolutely not. Like this was a very destructive environment. I wouldn't even say that it has anything to do with physical, abuse. Maybe some of you all have dealt with those kind of things. I'm sorry, and of course that's not something that, one should have to deal with or have to go through. But with the Three of Swords here, Four of Pentacles here as well, like this is something you are not going back to at all. At all. And even the world came out. Like the world just fell out. You're definitely not going back. This is over. Yeah, Three of Wands here at the bottom of the deck. This is over. Over. Divine last last message here to confirm this. Yeah, with the judgment. Yeah, this is dead. Yeah. This is over. This is over. You're just moving progressively on in your life. We even have karma that's literally on her necklace. Yeah. Karma. Like I feel like once again, you were each other's karma. I feel like for you, you've learned the lesson. Whatever lesson you felt like you needed to learn from this, and you know that. Whatever lesson, whichever things you had to go through, like you and somebody else, not even two different pages, two different books. You all are not in the same vicinity of each other anymore. And the only thing that was bringing you all together was learning a lesson from each other, some sense of karma. Because it's definitely balanced. It's balanced. It's literal, like, there is no on the fence. Like, this is somebody else who believes in one other thing, and you're somebody else who believes in a completely different thing from this other person. Both of you all are in two different spaces. And I feel like it will forever and always be that way, which is why this is done. The lesson has been learned, whether this is something you've done repetitively as well. Like the lesson is learned here, and this is over. This is over. Pisces Soul Tribe, that was your reading. Hopefully, this message resonates with you in some way, shape, form, or fashion, and you're able to take something from it that you could use. Of course, if there's anything you need from me, you can find those details down below in the description box. And that does include our sponsor, Psychic Source, because a lot of you all have still been wondering. So get the direct clarity and advice for yourself. Click the link down below in the description box. And as always, my good people, remember to conquer this day, and I'll see you in the network. Bye, guys.